If you are as much of a Nintendo fan as I am, then you should be familiar with these little doodads known as the Mario Sports titles. It all started with NES Open if you even want to consider that Mario Sports game. Nope. Okay then, well, what about Mario's Tennis for the Virtual Boy? I'm not sure why I brought that up. It all started with Mario's Golf on the Nintendo 64, all packed full of content and charm, and even Luigi saying fuck. This is a pretty solid arcade golfing game, all things considered. Toadstool Tour on the GameCube happened, and things, they were looking up. Oh, but then they just kept making more mediocre tennis games. I just don't like tennis, so it's a bit of a bias for me. I mean, I prefer hitting this ball over hitting this ball. I mean, everyone loves a good Mario Sports game. But have they heard of abstinence? These things weren't yearly all the time, but I mean, they might as well be. Look at how often these came out. Now, I don't know about you, but I couldn't help myself when I saw this bad boy on the shelf at GameStop. Weird thing to mention, but I remember this being the only game where Luigi's cock was the biggest thing to come out of this game's release. That one render might be one of the best things to come out of this game, so I'll give credit where credit's due. This game was sorta in a weird place up until release. It looked like a genuinely fun golf game. They advertised speed golf a lot in that arena style mode, which I can't remember the name of, which is cool. All the courses they showed off didn't really leave much of an impact. It was just green course in rainy forest, green course in desert. Nothing really screamed Mario. You could put all these courses in different golf games and you wouldn't know they were made for a Mario game. I want to show you a few pictures. Where do you think this is from? If you thought this was Mario Golf, you just so happened to prove my point. It was actually from Nintendo Switch Sports. Wow, post-launch content releasing later, so the game is unfinished on launch? I really don't like this trend with the new Nintendo Sports games. I get the idea of releasing free updates later to keep the game alive, but they have tried it dozens of times by now, and they've all ended the same way. Nintendo Switch Sports might be the most dead out of all these games, yet it's still releasing content years after it came out. Saying it like that makes it seem like it's gotten a ton of content. Haha, no. Just a game mode from Wii Sports Resort 2 years after all the other content was released. So much for it being new. Anyways, look at this box. It has Mario, Luigi, everybody. Oh god, the ESRB rating says that this game has mild cartoon violence. Now, I don't want to be caught playing such a violent game, so it's going to the corner to think about what it's done. Because I'm a Nintendo shill, I pre-ordered this game and it decided to come with a metal pin set of Mario and Peach. This will also be in the corner for being so garbage. I don't even know why I bother pre-ordering Nintendo games anymore. It's nice to know that I have a copy reserved for me, but if I'm not getting anything good, then what's the point? The game launched, and yep, it had barely any content to suffice as a finished product. Who likes lackluster menus? I know you can't tell, but my hand is being held up really high right now. Booting the game up 3 years later as of recording, and nothing has really changed. I mean, the Mario Golf logo is right there. You know what? I'll give them this. If these options can justify enough content, then I'll consider it a win for Nintendo and their garbage live service model for their sports games. So how does this game control, you may be asking? Well, it actually works really well. I played a bit of Toadstool Tour and I didn't really like the way that felt, even though this is very similar. So you just use the left stick and aim where you want to go, and you can even look at the bird's eye view to see just how far your ball will actually go. Pressing A will initiate the standard shot and the meter will begin to fill up. Basically, you have to press A to stop the meter where you want and it'll do a standard spin. If you double tap the A button, it'll do a top spin, and it'll push your ball further. If you do the same but with the B button, it'll perform a backspin. You'll never believe what this does. That's right. It flings my ball right into the water. Once this meter under your character has been filled, you'll be able to perform a special shot. Each character has their own effect for doing a special shot. Most of these are just blasting away balls on impact. Then you have some unique ones, like my favorite character, Rosalina. She has a Super Mario Galaxy animation where she summons little Lumas to help her and it turns balls into star bits on impact. I'm pretty sure this is just sending them flying. What's an actual unique one that's not just blasting away balls? Well, I guess Luigi has one. He just freezes the ground. Bowser Jr. has a fucking annoying one, and I absolutely love that he has one. He spawns a literal smoke bomb on the ground and absolutely blinds anyone trying to play in it. This character would absolutely ruin friendships. Reminds me too much of Mario Party. If you're feeling up to the challenge, you can always play this game as if it were Wii Sports. This literally doesn't control like that at all, but I think it's the most fun way to play it in my opinion. I love how the Joy-Cons have syncing issues, so if they aren't in front of the Switch at all times, then they either don't work or just barely, or for some reason disconnect. Could be a me issue since this thing is as old as literal dust, but it's still an issue, goddammit. More so an issue with Nintendo, not the game. Anyways, you basically just play the game the exact same as you would normally, but you swing the controller. Make sure you're strapped in because... Alright, that's pretty much it for how the game actually plays. It's not the most complex game to control. Your 4-year-old nephew could probably figure it out. There's a story mode that I just couldn't beat because I suck too much at golf. Most of what I did play, however, was literally just speed golf. Now, if you remember me talking about speed golf earlier, I'll let you in on a little secret about what it is. Here's the rundown. So you know how when you're playing golf and it's not your turn, so you just sit there, probably scrolling through Twitter or something? Kids have low attention spans nowadays, so Nintendo created the perfect game mode for those who have the attention span of a literal goldfish. Speed golf says, fuck waiting. You're gonna be engaged for the whole game and you're gonna enjoy it. It's just golf, but it's a challenge to see who can finish first. I just realized something. I fucking hate speed golf. I'm not trying to be a competitive golfer, I just want to relax and play this boring sport by myself. There weren't any special courses or fun mechanics that would make the story mode a very enjoyable experience. The story just felt like I was playing golf, except I have to chase the ball now just to finish before other players. Yeah, I didn't have the mental capacity to finish the story mode. I just didn't like it. The only cool thing about it though was creating your own golfer. You're able to increase specific stats like it's an RPG, and you know I'm a sucker for those. I absolutely love Shin Megami Tensei, so who would have known stat distribution would have made its way into a Mario game? I think it's a really cool idea that you were able to create this super powerful golfer, but it makes every other character in the game vastly inferior. You're able to unlock star versions of each character just by playing them, but it isn't a very good alternative to try and balance the game around your me. Why would I play Star Mario when I can play my dumb looking Bee and wipe everyone out because my stats are so much higher? It's kinda shit if you really want my opinion. It's not even the fun kinda bad. Like if someone rolls up in a maxed out Mii character, then it's over, just leave the game. If I want this amount of unbalanced gameplay in a party game, then I'll go play Mario Party, because at least I'm expecting to be fucked by how unbalanced everything is. The arena mode is where the fun really begins. So you see, you load into a little game of speed golf and are thrust into an arena. You are in an arena with several other players and the goal is to get the ball in several holes before everyone else does. Ooh, you must dodge shitty obstacles. Come on, man, get this giant rock off the course. I'm trying to hit the ball in the hole. I actually quite like the scenery here. It's not much, but the arena aspect does make this feel more like an actual Mario way of doing a speed golf, if you will. Not the way it looks though. The appearance of the arena is as generic as it gets. One of the only problems with this mode's existence is that there is technically only 2 courses. If you've played this mode once, you've played everything it has to offer. I mean, unless you really want to play either, strategic or technical. Oh, I see. They wanted to make me think there were actually 4 courses, but in fact there are only 2. You can just choose to have this thing called a rush countdown turned on or off. This is one of my main issues I've had with these Switch Mario sports games. Yeah, they say they have tons of modes and stuff for you to do, but it's very shallow and has almost nothing to them. I've finally come to a concrete conclusion about this game. Speed golf is literally most of this game's identity. It's weird to name the game Mario Golf Super Rush when I don't even know what a Super Rush is. Is it supposed to be a move in the game or something? Clearly not, because the only gimmick to this game is speed golf, and oh, I think I see it now. I feel like the name was an afterthought. They didn't care about it. They barely released it with any content in the beginning, so what would make you think they cared about the name? I know this is Nintendo's fault, not Camelot's. Camelot has the potential to make some great sports games, but I think Nintendo is holding them back a bit here. Okay, so after looking it up, I think I know why the game is called Mario Golf Super Rush. It's all to do with these rush events, where something random will happen, I guess. That's the whole reason to name this game that. Okay, I guess. Oh man, alright, let's talk about the character roster. The character roster has been updated a little bit since I've played. I forget who was here at launch, but it's not like it matters. Let's just go over what's here. So you have your mainstays like Mario, Hawk-Egi, Wario, Waluigi, Peach, Daisy, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Toad, etc. In this game, however, we see some new characters join the ranks. Rosalina's in the sports game, everyone. Someone needs to take this game away from me. I'm obsessed. Anyways, we also have Pauline. Pauline always seemed like an odd inclusion to me since she was kind of like a cameo in Super Mario Odyssey, but it seems like Nintendo wants to bring her into the limelight again, and I'm pretty okay with that. I'm not sure if I'll play her in the new Mario Party because the obvious choice is right there, but her inclusion is very cool. Charge and Chuck, anyone? Nope, that's what I thought. What about King Bob-omb? Yeah, the guy you fucking kill in Super Mario 64 has returned, and is now up for a casual game of golf. Fucking Ninja? I mean, I don't have a problem with them being in here, but it's such a weird character to pick. How about Toadette? Wait, hold on, I'm gonna look something up really quickly. Okay, so I've finally looked up what characters win the game at launch. It's making sense now. So something you should have probably noticed is that most of the characters have golfing outfits. I really think this was a great idea for a golfing game. It gives everyone a unique look instead of just seeing Mario in his standard overalls hitting a ball. All of these guys look really cool, but Wario and Waluigi got all the love put into theirs. Like, look at these guys. They look like they're ready for a night on the town. So what's my gripe with these outfits, you might be asking? Well, did you know not everyone gets a unique one special to them? For some reason, Yoshi doesn't have one. I kinda understand Boo, but come on, Donkey Kong doesn't even get one? Donkey Kong fans stay losing, I guess. Bowser is massive, and even he has one. So why can't the other larger characters get one? All the other characters just have their standard looks. I have a massive bone to pick with the guy whose job it was to put these characters in the game, because there is absolutely no excuse for why Toadette of all characters doesn't get an outfit. Like, Toad is right fucking there. He already has one. Since pink is her main color, why didn't they just take Toad's one and just change it to pink? I feel like that would have been easier to do instead of making a generic Toadette model for the game. Imagine a world where Shy Guy, the Wiggler has an outfit. It would be the world I would want to live in because I desperately need to see this thing wearing pants. Before actually talking about standard golf, I thought I'd take a look at the last mode we have here. Not network mode, I'm talking about target golf. This reuses the scenery from the arena mode, but unlike the arena mode, this one has 3 actual courses. I'm gonna put courses in quotations because the layouts aren't exactly very different other than slight elevation changes and the environment changing. The only reason I'd play this mode more than once would be to see every environment, but once I've done that, no more. Gone. Never touching it again. The whole point of target mode is to try and get it as close to the hole as possible. I'm your resident, I suck at golf, so I'm not very good at this. I really think this mode has some actual potential for it. If they put way more dev time into this, then I could actually see this being really replayable and fun. But as it currently stands, nope. I'd rather not touch this for more than I actually have to. On to standard golf mode. All these courses are available in speed golf, but I do not care about that mode, so I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist, okay? Anyways, this here is your standard golfing experience, only for those of which can handle playing golf and waiting for others to go, so you can then go afterwards. Patience is the key in this mode, but if you're playing golf, I'm pretty sure you already have at least some. I'm not sure I need to explain the rules of golf, okay? You can, however, choose to play where each player earns points, instead of lowest strokes. I'm not sure how to explain how this works, so I'll let this guy on Reddit explain it for me. So in a points match, if someone wins the hole, they get a point. If at least one person ties for the best score, the hole is carried over to the next hole. This keeps on accumulating until one person is the sole winner of a hole, gaining all accumulated points. For example, if a tie for first occurs on holes 1 and 2, then someone wins hole 3, the winner will gain 3 points. In previous Mario Golf games, this mode was actually called Skins Match. Hope that made sense because I'm stupid and I'm so lost trying to wrap that around my head. Forget about that though, because we've got some courses to look at. Holy crap, there are an absolute shit ton of courses to choose from. Just think about it though. 3 years ago, this game launched with 6, and then got 5 courses post-launch. I first want to talk about the courses we got on launch because those are some really heavy hitters. I mean, look at these. Don't these first 5 just absolutely scream Mario? If you remove the 3D World enemies that are scattered randomly throughout some of these courses, these legitimately just look like courses you'd find in any other golfing game, which is a real disappointment. Compare these to the games that came before it, where they actually had courses themed around the Mario universe and not just green landscape. The only one here that even remotely feels like it takes place in the Mario universe is Bowser's Highlands. Only reason is because it's literally inside Bowser's castle. Bowser must really love golf enough to make his own course. Every other day of the week, he'll just try to kill Mario, but every Sunday, they go golfing on this private course like nothing happened. It's weird to think about it like this, but I kinda think of mainline Mario games as movies, but the sports and racing spin-offs are just how they are with each other in real life. Just some good friends fucking each other over in an oversized board game party. Then we have the other 6 post-game courses. Weird choice to name a course random, but whatever. I swear New Donk City was ripped straight from Super Mario Odyssey. This looks identical, there's no way they didn't. The remix music is actually really good, I'm glad that wasn't just a straight rip. I'm lumping these next 2 together because my thoughts are practically identical. Blustery Basin and Spiky Palms are on the level of the base game in my opinion. These are some of the most generic golf courses that just so happen to be set in a desert/snowy mountain. They smelt what The Rock was cooking when making these next 2 courses because they made these last 2 absolutely incredible. First we have Shelltop Sanctuary. I personally thought this course was really unique and had incredible world design. Like this here feels like something in the Mario universe. Koopa shell rocks everywhere, Koopa rock statues, and interesting terrain. It just feels like the type of course all the base game ones, or even to some extent the DLC ones, should have been designed after. I really like this course, but the next one is an absolute monster compared to this one. All-Star Summit is an incredible course. All 18 holes play on one of various different Mario characters, and it looks absolutely incredible. The atmosphere here should have been in the rest of the courses. Hole 2 and 11 are my favorite for no particular reason at all. Nope. No reason. That's pretty much it for the content in this game. I guess you do have a solo challenge, which consists of little challenges meant for one person and one person only. You want to play with more than one person? Fuck them. It's alone time. You also have a ranked mode, which is pretty cool. The only rewards here, however, are outfits for the characters. I haven't played it, so I wouldn't own any of them. I think it's a really cool idea to reward players for playing ranked, but I think these outfit rewards should have been base game unlocks instead. Mario's classic overalls is a ranked reward. I understand the NES Open outfit for ranked because that's a really cool throwback, but the rest of the outfits should have been unlockable elsewhere. What else do we have here? I mean, there's a golf guide if you're feeling up to brushing up on your golf lingo. The fuck is a bogey? You can also check your playstats, which is cool, I guess. Not sure I wanted to know Rosalina's not even my #1 used character. I think I'm gonna be sick after learning this information. What the fuck do you mean I use Toadette more than Rosalina? Oh man, it's getting worse. I just found out I'm a fake Rosalina fan. Alright, so that was Mario Golf Super Rush. I don't really know how to feel about this game in all honesty. Like, yeah, I'm incredibly disappointed with how this game was, not only at launch, but what it is currently even post-launch. Like, it definitely got better, don't get me wrong, but most of these courses absolutely suck and don't even look like they belong in a Mario game. Not to mention, most of the modes are very pointless to play. I'm sure you can have some fun with Golf Adventure, but because of the fact I don't like speed golf and I'm probably the worst golf player out there, I will never get around to completing it. Also, if you really do like the arena modes, then all power to you, but there's nothing to them. I think this game is one of the absolute pillars that just really shows how bad Nintendo's live service model can be. At its worst, you'll get something like this, but at its best, you might get something like Splatoon. People actually play that and constantly come back to it, so I'm sure they're doing something right. My hopes for future Mario sports games is to go back to how they were on the N64, GameCube, and even the Wii for the few titles that were even on there. They all came with every piece of content bundled into the game, and everything they all bring to the table is what kept people coming back. Not some lousy, half-baked live service model that they tried 4 whole times, and it just didn't work. You know what they say about the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And what did Nintendo do for the past 8 years? That's what I thought. If you're looking for an actual good Mario Golf game, then look no further than Mario Golf Toadstool Tour on GameCube. I said earlier that I played a little bit of this game, but if you can get past the controls or actually learn how to play it unlike me, then this game is 10 times better. You'll have way more fun and wait, Rosalina's not in that game. Never mind, I take it back. This game sucks. I'd personally like to thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video and enjoy this type of content from me, then please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, as it helps me grow and helps me actually get recommended in the YouTube algorithm. If you'd like to see more content from yours truly, then please feel free to click one of the videos on screen now. Anyways, I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, or day, or night, or whenever you're watching this. Bye bye.